Today's video is going to be eye makeup look for women over 40s. Now, in our 40s, 50s, and up, our makeup game changes a little bit. It still can be fun and nice and exciting to put on makeup and try new colors, and why not, you know? But there are certain things that we can do to make our eyes look more youthful. And if you're here because you want to learn some tips on how to do your eye makeup so your eyes look more youthful, more wide, more awake, and just all around more youthful. How many times did I say that word, youthful? This is your video. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Miriam. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. And if you're coming back, thank you so much for visiting back and watching my video. If you would please do me this huge favor and press on the button, the bell button next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. This is a new thing that YouTube is doing, so I want to make sure that everyone can get notified when I upload a video. I had so many tips that I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to be able to do all of them in a short amount of time because I didn't want this video to get too long. Hopefully it won't get too long by the time I'm ready to edit it. Let's get started. You want to make sure your eyebrows are nicely shaped and filled in because as we age, our eyebrows get thinner and gets more sparse. And if you're like me and you've been tweezing for years, your eyebrows just start to get very thin. Make sure to fill those out and make sure that they're nicely groomed before you start your eyeshadow routine. To get an instant eye lift, put on some brow highlighter right underneath your brows. It gives you an instant eye lift. It just makes your brow look so much nicer and so much more shaped. Another thing is concealing your under eye dark circles and any kind of veins that are popping through. I tend to have a vein, a green vein going on this side. It's just how it is. My under eye is very thin, and so the vein shows up there. So I'm going to show you how I take care of that. For this one, I'm going to use this concealer. This is by L'Oreal. It's called Total Cover. I'm going to be using two of them. This one is the color correcting one that I use underneath, and I use this color for under my eyes. I'm going to open it so you don't get reflection. It comes with a sponge, but I never use the sponge. I usually use a brush, and I'll show you what kind of brush I use. I use this color. This is kind of a peachy tone. That's what you want to have under your eyes before you put on yellow concealer to highlight. You can just use yellow concealer if you don't, your under eye darkness is not that much. Works just fine. But if you tend to have a shadow under your eyes, sometimes when I'm really tired, I haven't had much sleep, I get this darkness right under here and I can't get rid of it with just a regular concealer. So I need to cover it up with a peach concealer before I go and put on the yellow tone to brighten up. Any kind of brush works. This kind of a small brush where you can control it and you can place your concealer right under your eyes would be the best. This one is by IT Cosmetics. This one is by Real Techniques. This kind of brush works too. I'm going to use this one for putting on the peach because I don't want to put too much of the peach concealer. And then with this one, I'm gonna put on the highlighter one. My eyes are a little bit more sunken right here, so I concentrate the peach concealer right there to cover up, and then I'm gonna put some here where the vein is. Then what you can do is get a damp beauty blender and blend those into your skin. Once you blend in that peach concealer, you can go ahead and put on the yellower concealer. I'm gonna mix these two together to highlight. And I'm focusing on my inner corners because that's where I want to highlight the most. I try not to put too much here because when I smile, I get too much of fine wrinkles there, and sometimes my concealer gets bunched up and it becomes it gets wrinkly right there. And so to avoid that, I try not to put too much concealer there. So I start from the corner of my eyes and just dab it on the rest of the area, rest of my under eye. Whatever's left on my brush, I just put it right here. the more foundation, concealer you pack on, the worse your fine lines and wrinkles will peek through. So you want to avoid overdoing it. Get a crease brush that would be small enough to go in the crease of your eyes. You don't want it to be too big because then it'll spread a lot of color around. To put on the eyeshadow, first look straight ahead. I have my mirror down here, so I'm going to look into my mirror. And you want to put your brush right there and then tilt your head and try to find the socket of your eye, the crease, the real crease of your eye. And that's where you want to lay this first color. Now this is a transition color. I'm using a lighter transition color first. I don't want to do cool tone shadow. That's why I'm using this warm shadow in first. And how I'm doing this is putting it right here and then in circular motion. Notice I'm not really pressing hard because I don't want to create a crease like this. When you do this and it starts creasing, your eyeshadow becomes choppy. So make sure you do circular motions, very, very fine, and just not even pressing hard. Just kind of go very gentle, build up the color. Normally I bring the eyeshadow down like this and take it up even more because I want to create a V like this to lift the eyes even more. And now, place this color here, this darker brown, and put that right just on the outer V. You see how dark it is? That's why you want it to be right on the outer V, and then kind of blend gently, bring it in. So that way you get the most pigmentation on the outside, and then you come in like this. And everything's happening within the crease. Nothing's going around too much. Last thing we want to do is place the shadow here. I like picking something with a little bit of satin or sheen to it. A little bit of sparkle is really fine in our, even if we're 40, 50, 60. We're never too old for a little sparkle. I put that on the inner corner, on the lid first, and then bring it out like this. I actually applied a lot more than the other side. You can go as much as you want, I guess. I don't know how this side came out really light, so let's reapply it to that side too. This one is more of a dark espresso color, and this one is more of a plum color. So I just added those together, kind of blending it together. I want to not be as dark of a brown. And with the smudging brush, I'm going to take it on my top lash line. This is a great way to make your lashes look full without putting eyeliner on your eyes. Just like an eyeliner, just kind of bring it up like that. Kind of making this line a little bit more prominent, but this line is going towards my brow. See, it's kind of this way, right? So I'm gonna get a little bit more color starting from here and just take it up. And you can even diffuse it, smudge it out a little bit like this, smudge it all the way so it doesn't look harsh. Can you see how much fuller this lash line looks because of that shadow? And it's not harsh. You can wear it. It's like a daily thing you could do. I mean, if you have time, you know, you do what your time allows you to do. You see, I'm just taking it up like this. It's going towards my brow bone, but it's more lifting. I'm not putting it, I'm not drawing it downward like this. You don't want to draw it down because that's just going to drag your eye down and it's going to make your eye look droopy. Put this color and this color that we used for our crease, for our transition color, put that on your lower lash line. I need another mirror because I can't look down when I do this. But just make sure your lower lash line is not too dark, because if you make it too dark, then it's just going to start aging the eyes. Another trick you want to do to make your eyes look whiter, more awake, more youthful is use this kind of pencil. This is kind of like a brightening eyeliner pencil, and pretty much every brand carries one like this. This is from Skin, the brand Skin, but you could use NYX, you could use Rimmel, anything you have in your drugstore. There's a ton of variety of this kind of pencil, so you can get those. All you do is just put this in your inner, in your waterline. So look at the difference. This is with the brightening pencil, and this is without. You see how much whiter this eye looks? It makes a huge difference. I'm going to put that here too. If you wanted to use eyeliner, I'm just going to show you how to use it. But I didn't want to use it for this look because I already did the brown eyeliner. But for the sake of showing you how I do it, or how it's to do it to make your lash line look fuller, I'm going to do it. So what you do is just take the pencil. You can use black, brown, navy, plum. Those are nice colors to use for every day. I'm going to use this black one because it was right next to me here. And because I already have the brown, I just want to darken a little bit. All you do is go in, put this eyeliner in your lash line and just kind of tap, tap, tap in the lash line. You can even, if you have trouble doing that, you can even hold your lash line like this and just go like that. You can do that and just press it gently. If you're, this is a really good eyeliner. This is by M Cosmetics. It's really, really pigmented. So I could just touch it really gently. If your eyeliner is a little bit more, more stiff, you can draw it, wiggle the eyeliner in. Just tap, tap, tap in your lash line, or lift and go wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Last thing you want to do is apply your mascara. But first, you want to curl your lashes. You can go bounce, bounce, bounce. And you do the same thing on this side. Hold it, bounce, bounce, bounce. Once you're done curling your lashes, you can move on to your mascara. I'm going to use this mascara. It's a volumizing mascara by Mally. I'm just going to coat from the base of the lashes and move it up, wiggle it up. Then what I do is move on to the other lash, because I want this one to dry out a little bit, because I'm going to go with the second coat. I usually do that. I go back and forth because I want it to dry out a little bit before I put the second coat on. A trick I want to show you, if you want your lashes to look longer, do this. Take your mascara wand and put it right behind your lashes like this and stroke it down, and then go back and wiggle up again. Look how much longer this got. It's amazing. You do this one too. And then go back and wiggle up like this. Hopefully these tips will help you with your eye makeup. I do have another tutorial for how to apply winged eyeliner with gel liner, and I will link that in the description box below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you know anyone that likes this kind of tutorial in their 40s and over, share this video with them. Spread the love. Thank you so much again for being here. I will see you in my next video. Bye.